A path, it's the most fundamental building block in all the work you do in Adobe Illustrator. Master paths and points and you master Adobe Illustrator, and that's when you can get truly creative. This sequence of tutorials is designed to introduce you to the essential concepts of working with points and paths. Let's get started. At its most basic level, in its simplest form, a path consists of two anchor points joined by either a straight line segment or a curve segment. The key tool for working with paths is the direct selection tool. But before I select that, notice when you select a path with the selection tool, the solid black arrow, the entire object is selected. When you select the direct selection tool and click on a path, the anchor points at either end of the path appear. You now have direct access to the individual anchor points that make up the path. If you click on a curve segment, you typically also see the associated direction handles that control the length and shape or curvature of the segment. We'll work in detail manipulating anchor points and direction points in the next tutorial in this sequence of tutorials on paths and points. But for now, there are a few more basic concepts to be aware of. You can obviously have paths that consist of multiple anchor points joined either by straight line segments or curve segments, or a mixture of curve and straight line segments. I'll just scroll across. Then you need to be able to identify open paths where the start and end anchor points are not at the same location, and closed paths where the last click is back at the start anchor point, forming a closed path. A strange possibility when you first come across it is that an open path can have a fill. If there is a fill color currently set as you draw an open path, Illustrator draws an imaginary straight line between the start and the end anchor points and fills areas accordingly. This can be disconcerting to begin with, but it's easy enough to change the fill to none. And there are times when you can use this feature to your advantage. Okay, so that's an overview of some of the main things you need to know about and be able to identify when you start working with paths. In the next tutorial in this sequence, I'll take a look at selecting and manipulating anchor points in more detail. I'll put a link to the follow-on tutorials on creating and manipulating paths and points in the Show More area below this movie window. Please like the like if you like. Definitely do subscribe and watch the other paths and points movies in this tutorial sequence. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.